Hello, it's October 1st, which means we officially get to talk about spooky things, and I really wanted to talk about spooky things in Asian dramas. I thought it would be beneficial to share with you 10 Asian drama options on Netflix and Amazon currently, like as the day of when I'm recording this in the US. This is not the end-all be-all of the list. I know there are others that I didn't mention. I just thought this was a good collection of 10 that are currently available. Also, since it is the first and you have a lot of time to get through these, I focused on longer dramas, so that's why maybe possibly there's a specific show you don't see on this list, because maybe it's going in another list. We're starting with Amazon because of two reasons. I only have a couple of options, but also Amazon has the least amount of options available, like in general in Asian dramas. However, there are some good ones, and good ones for the spooky season, so these are the picks. First, we have the Japanese drama Ghost Theater, the TV series, which is a spin-off of the movie by the same name. This is more of an anthology series. Each episode is a little different. None of it connects besides the fact that there's this like kind of an overarching director leading in these cautionary tales. Think Alfred Hitchcock Presents. This is also an idol drama, so all the female leads in the episodes are from a specific group, AKB48. I think this one would be really good for people who are really not into horror. It's kind of light on the like scares. It's made for younger audiences. There's not really gore in it. So next we have Tokyo Vampire Hotel, which is like the favorite of mine. This show is nuts. It starts off at a level and really doesn't leave from that level. If you don't like gore, this is not your thing. There's buckets of fake blood, there's buckets of CGI blood, there's just mass chaos going on, and it's really hard to explain because it's so chaotic. Monami is targeted by vampires on her 22nd birthday, and she doesn't know why. Meanwhile, the vampires have concocted a scheme to get humans into a hotel where they will have an endless supply of food. It's campy and it knows it, and I had so much fun watching it, and it's just so off the wall crazy, and it is probably the best Amazon Prime offering you have. First on the Netflix list is a personal favorite of mine, and that is the thriller Save Me. Starring Ok Taek-yeon from 2 PM and So Ye-ji from It's Okay to Not Be Okay, this drama follows Sang-mi and her family as they are forced to move out of Seoul to the countryside, to a town that has largely been taken over by a religious cult. The drama deals with how cults run, how they seem peaceful on the outside but prey on the weak and vulnerable states, and showcases what a human goes through with grief and how that state can form you and your decisions. It's super dark and unsettling. This is not horror technically in terms of genres, but I will say that it's one of the most horrific offerings I have for you because it's more of that realistic horror. The cult is scary and unnerving, and the way that it gets into these people's heads is not only fascinating but just really messed up, and there's just a lot of darkness overall in the show. I'm actually in a rewatch of it right now. Netflix also has an idol drama option for you, and I think it's pretty good. It's a thriller called Remind. Remind stars members of the group Hiragana Kayakizaka 46. A group of girls wake up to find themselves chained to a table and have to figure out why they're there and how to get out. Again, this is for the younger crowd. However, this one plays up really nicely with the psychological thriller aspect of it, because you don't know what's going on with the girls. They don't know what's going on. You're all piecing together bits of the puzzle and nobody can figure it out. Also, throughout each episode, members of the group just are taken away, and then you don't know where they are and if they're okay. Are they killed? What's going on? This list would not be complete if I didn't include Strangers from Hell. This drama is hard to explain and not spoil it, but also because a lot of the draw of this series is just the experience of it all. So I'm gonna try to explain it to you in the simplest way. Jong-woo, who is the main character, he's played by Im Shi-won, has been recently discharged from his mandatory military enlistment, and he's kind of starting his life and finally kind of entering into the job scene. Being a young guy, he's broke, and he finds the only option he can. This drama is wacky, and it just continues to be, and it builds every episode. The characters are messed up and weird and unsettling. It's probably the best straight horror offering in Asian dramas that Netflix currently has, and I need you all to watch it and actually experience it, because me just telling you this is not going to like represent how amazing this show is. Also, as an aside, Lee Dong-wook is starring in this as well, and I'm not going to go too much into his character, but it's so good. And if you just go into this drama for Lee Dong-wook and Im Siwon, you're going to be completely satisfied. If you're looking for a lighter option that's more comedy than anything else, Bring It On Ghost is your best option. This 2016 K-drama stars Kim So-hyun and Ok Taek-yeon. Yes, I did put 2 tech dramas on this list. Deal with it. Bong Paul is a college student whose side job is being an exorcist. While visiting a haunted school, he meets with a ghost, Hyun Ji, and the pair form a team to fight ghosts. Literally, just like the name suggests. It's fun, it's campy, it's definitely goes into both realms. There is a mystery involved with everything, so there's not just the ghosts that you see, there's also like what's going on, what happened to Kim So-hyun's character. This is kind of just all around a really great option, especially if you're like a K-drama fan, because it's still a K-drama. It's like a rom-com, but also kind of like a forced cohabitation rom-com with ghosts. There's also a really great like found family type aspect to it with his best friend who has started a ghost club, and they have like a Scooby-Doo type relationship. It's pretty cute. Next on the list, we have the Chinese drama Tanzan Mystic. I'm not going to lie to you, I've only watched 2 episodes of this drama, but a lot of people like it, and I wanted an option that wasn't young adult, comedy, or thriller, or horror. And I think this one really kind of like fits that bill. It's more mystical and spiritual, and it has some creepiness to it, but for the most part it's kind of more subdued. This Republican era drama follows Gyojo, a diver who recovers bodies. When a prominent official's body turns up after a celebration, he joins forces with a forensic investigator to figure out what happened and uncover some secrets. This next drama is a little bit of a cheat because I did say I wanted longer dramas. However, there are 2 seasons of this, and also I needed a drama that had zombies in it, so of course I was gonna pick Kingdom. I feel like on the list, this is probably the most popular of dramas that are outside of the Asian entertainment community bubble, so a lot of people already know what this one is about. The drama follows Prince Lee Chang, who's played by Joo Ji-hoon, who tries to uncover the truth about the illness of his father, and that leads to more discoveries about this illness that is plaguing the town. It's set in the Joseon period, so this is an historical Saeguk zombie horror drama, and you just have to watch it. This next drama is actually really good if you are a crime person. It still has horror elements, but at the core of it, it's like a crime drama. That's the OCN K-drama Possessed. Pilsung is a detective who starts to see ghosts. He teams up with a medium, Sojung, to catch a murderer who has been dead for 20 years. While this drama is a comedy, it lies kind of more into the snarkiness of it. It also has some really dark stuff. It's an OCN drama, so you're gonna see a lot darker premises. Got a really great crime mystery to it. There's exorcisms, there's lots of ghosts. It's a pretty solid drama. And at number 10, we have 13 Terrors. Okay, hear me out. I know I have a lot of like young adult specific dramas on this list, but A, I really wanted to get another country represented in this list. This is from Thailand. And B, out of like all of the like options that you have, if you put this together with Ghost Theater, Remind, and Bring It On Ghost, this one by far is the creepiest and definitely good for those maybe if you're younger who already like horror, or for anyone really, because I thought it was pretty decent. 13 Terrors has, as the name suggests, 13 episodes with 13 ghosts / terrors dealing with teens. Each episode centering on a different ghost story. It's all set in the same like high school, so there is that kind of like continuity involved, but each episode kind of contains itself to like the monster of the week. Since this is a drama that is like set in a high school, a lot of like the ghosts tend to pair up with like the concerns of a high school student. So there's bullying and suicides and toxic relationships. It also plays a lot with technology. There are some genuinely like scary and horrific things that happen and images, and it's dark and creepy. Just really enjoyed like every episode. So those were my 10 options for Asian dramas that are currently right now on Netflix and Amazon in the US that you can find. Obviously, Netflix and Amazon like to do that thing where they drop things at random, but for right now, they're there. You should watch them. I won't be doing a lot of videos on this channel because I'm terrible at them, obviously, but if you follow wineandakdrama.com, which is my blog, I'll have a lot more blog posts on that will be specifically Asian entertainment and horror and scary and Halloween combined. Follow me. I'll have all of my socials in the description, as well as my drama list and letterboxd, so you can see what I'm personally watching right now. I'll see you next week.